Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another playthrough of Spirit Island. Today we're going to be playing with Shifting Memory of Ages, and we're going up against Russia, level 3. We're using events as usual. The initial explorer was into the mountains. We've set up the board otherwise as normal, with Russia's setup instructions up for level 1, adding a beast and an explorer in land number 8. So yeah, I think that's everything, and we can go on then to the first turn. So for this turn I'm going to choose growth option 2 and get a major, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get thickets erupt with every touch of breeze, poison band, the land thrashers in furious pain, and pillar of living flame. So none of those are particularly great for our elements, but I think I'm going to try and take Pillar of Living Flame, because it's giving us some decent amount of damage and fear, and yeah, that's that. I will forget, or not forget, I'll discard using special rule, study the Invaders of Fear, and I'll place the presence in the jungle. It looks like we maybe are going to have a problem in this land on next turn, because we don't have a defense card, but we'll see what minor we get when I play Boon of Ancient Memories. We get 1 energy from the energy track, and yeah, that's the end of the fast power phase. We don't resolve the event. We're building in the mountains, so this gets a city and this gets a town, and we're exploring into the sands, so this gets 1 and this also gets 1. Invader cards advance, and we move on then to the slow power phase. We have Boon of Ancient Memories, so we get a minor, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have Swarming Wasps, Cycles of Time and Tide, Growth Through Sacrifice, and here there be monsters. So I think I'm pretty tempted by Growth Through Sacrifice. It's such a powerful card, although this is better elementally for us, but I think Growth Through Sacrifice, I can't really turn that down. It's just so powerful. So yeah, that's the end of the slow power phase. We move on then to the next turn. Nothing to heal in time passes. And for this turn, I think I'm going to choose growth option 2 again and go for another measure. So we take 4, get Irresistible Call, Vanish Softly Away, Forgotten by All, Winds of Rust and Atrophy, and Infestation of Venomous Spiders. I think it's probably going to be between Vanish Softly Away, Forgotten by All, and Winds of Rust and Atrophy. And I think the defend here is probably going to have to... yeah, I think I'm going to have to take precedence with the defend. And sorry, from the last turn when I played Boon of Ancient Memories, I did activate this, so I could gain an element, so I will gain a fire element from that turn. Sorry, I forgot to do that. And for that major, I think I'm going to forget Study the Invaders of Fear. And so this turn, I'm first of all going to place this presence there and gain 1 energy from the energy track. And I'm going to play Share Secrets of Survival and Elemental Teachings. So Elemental Teachings, prepare 1 element marker. I'm going to prepare a fire, I think. Trying to aim for the threshold effect of Pillar of Living Flame. And there we go. And then, so that's that card. We have 1 moon. So we can prepare another element marker, and I will prepare another fire. and then that's that done. We have we do have the defend 3 here, but that's not going to help in that land. So I think we'll just do defend 3 in this land, which we'll put there to remind us. And then we also have Share Secrets of Survival, which I'm going to target this land. It's 1 away from my Sigurd side, and we will destroy 2 fewer Dahan in that land. I could spend that air to get both, and I would be able to gather Dahan, but I don't. I can't actually gather any Dahan in there. So that's the fast fire phase over with. We go on to the events, and we have Terror level 1. If you have any earned fear cards, discard 2 of them now. No. Otherwise, move 2 earned fear. We haven't earned any fear. Beasts multiply on each board. Add 1 beast to a land adjacent to beast. Then destroy 1 Dahan in a land with beast. So I will add this beast in there. And then destroy 1 Dahan in a land with beast. There are none, so that's okay. And then when invaders ravage, if the land has both Dahan and presence, defend 5, which it doesn't, so that's okay. We're ravaging in the mountain. This is defended. The Dahan retaliate, taking out that town, which generates a fear, and this explorer, which automatically pushes it in there. Or actually, I'll push it in there because of Russia's special rule. We're getting a blight there, and it destroys our presence. And then we're exploring into the wetlands. So we get 1 explorer there and 1 explorer there. And the invader cards advance. We go on to the slow power phase. There are no slow powers to resolve. So we move on then to the next turn. There's nothing to heal. We'll remove that. And we go on to the next turn. Or sorry, before we go on to the next turn, I forgot to build. So this is getting a town, and this is prevented by the disease. And so that is that. And for this turn, I'm going to choose growth option 4, which gives us 9 energy. So 3, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We get 1 from the presence track. And I'm going to play Pillar of Living Flame and Winds of Rust and Atrophy. So that will cost 3, 4, 5, and 3. And I'm going to target Winds of Rust and Atrophy. It does 1 fear and defend 6. So I will put that in there. It's 1 away from where I have a Sigurd side, and I replace that with a town. And I do not have the threshold effect. And then that is everything we have for the fast power phase. Yep, that's all I'm going to do for the fast power phase, I think. Although I think I will spend this element marker to prepare a sun element. So we spent that. And then we move on to the events. And we have, on each board, add 1 blight to a land with towns or cities. Spirits may prevent this in any all boards by paying X energy per board to protect, where X is the number of cards in the invader discard. There's 1 in the invader discard, so I will pay 1 energy to stop that. In each land with disease, there are none. So that's nothing. And then each spirit may add 1 Dahan to one of its lands with Dahan. We don't have any lands with Dahan, unfortunately. So we're ravaging in the sands. Nothing here. 2, 4, 6. We're defended for 6. This is getting a blight, and it destroys that Dahan. And we're building in the wetlands. This is getting a town, and this also gets a town. And we're exploring into the wetlands. So first of all, we get 2 explorers in lands with beasts. So I will put those in there. and then we're getting an explorer there and an explorer there. And that's the end of the invader phase. Invader cards advance. We go on to the slow power phase. So we're getting 2 away from where I have a sacred site, 3 fear. So 1, 2, 3. I do 5 damage. So 3, 4, 5, which generates another 3 fear and another fear card. And then I can spend 1, 2, 3, 4 fire elements to do another 2 fear and 5 damage. So 1 will push in there, generating another fear, and then the remaining 2 will be destroyed. And that is the end of the slow power phase. So we discard nothing to heal. We tidy that up, and I think that's everything for this round. So we move on then to the next round. And I think for this round, so we're going to choose growth option 1. We're replaying cards. We're going to place a presence from the energy track into land number 7. I think here, so we'll get 2 from the presence track, or from the energy track, sorry. We're going to play Winds of Rust and Atrophy, and we're going to play Growth Through Sacrifice. So we'll play 3 for Winds of Rust and Atrophy. We're going to target land number 5. We'll get 1 fear, that's another fear card. Defense 6. Replace that with an explorer. And that's that card. Then we're going to destroy one of our presents. First of all, we have 1 moon, so we're going to prepare a sun element. We're going to destroy this presence. Because we have 2 suns, we can do both of these, so we will remove 1 blight. And then we will add 1 presence to one of our lands. So I'm going to add this to that land. And that is the end of this phase, although we only have 2 air, and no beasts or animals, so we don't have that effect. So that's the end of this phase. We go on then to the event card. And we're still a healthy island, and each land with at least 2 explorers push 1 explorer to an adjacent land without invaders. So this has 2 explorers, we can push that in there. This has more than 2 explorers, so we can push that in there. And this has more than 2 explorers, but we can't push it to a land without invaders. So that's okay for now. On each board, push 1 beast to a land adjacent, or to an adjacent land with no blight. It deals 1 damage there. So we will push this, push that in there, dealing 1 damage, which will scare him off and generate a fear. And then during Ravage, in every land, defend 1 per Dahan in the land. So that's a defend for 8. There. 2 fear cards, both terror level 1, or 3 fear cards, sorry. So each player removes 1 explorer town from a land where it is the only invader. So I will remove him. On each board, replace 1 town with 1 explorer. 1 town with 1 explorer. I will remove him and replace him with him. And then during the next normal build, skip the lowest numbered land matching the invader card on each board. Okay, so we'll put that there as a reminder. We're ravaging in wetlands, so this is getting this is defended, so the Dahan retaliate, doing 4 damage. So this gets scared into that land, generating a fear, and these two are destroyed. And this gets a blight. And then we are building in the wetlands, but we're skipping the lowest numbered land. So there's no build there, but it doesn't really matter because they weren't going to build there anyway. This is getting a city. And then we are exploring into the coastal lands. So this is getting 1. This is getting 1, and this is getting 1. And the invader cards advance. And we go on to the slow power phase. There are no slow powers, so we discard those, and we move on to the next turn. And for the next turn then, I'm going to gain a growth option 2 and gain a major. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we get Sleep and Never Waken, Strangling Firevine, Smothering Infestation, and Angry Bears. And I think here I'm going to want Sleep and Never Waken. I think we are going to go Blighted Island here, but yeah, we'll have to deal with that. I think I'll forget Boon of Ancient, or discard Boon of Ancient Memories to take that major. I'm going to place this presence 2 away from where I have presence. I'll place it in there. We get 4 energy off the energy trap, and I'm going to play Sleep and Never Waken and Elemental Teachings. So we get 3 invaders. I'm going to target this land. It's 1 away from where a sands where I have presence, and invaders skip all actions there. 1 fear per 2 explorers it removes. I'm going to remove those 2, which generates a fear. I'm going to play I should have prepared an element marker there. I'm going to prepare a water element, and then I can prepare an element using elemental teachings, and I think I will I'll prepare another water element, and then I have 2 moons and 1 earth, so I can prepare another element, and I think I'm going to go for I'll go for a animal. Yeah, let's go for an animal. And yeah, that's everything for the fast power phase, I think. So we are actually going to go Blighted Island here, unless the events help us. So we have let life balance tilts, and okay, so the first option is on each board remove 1 beast, add 1 disease. And then for each board, discard the top minor power. If it is fast, add 1 blight. Invaders and Dahan have -1 health, minimum 1 this turn, or 4 energy per player aided by beast, or animal, sorry. Add 1 beast, remove 1 disease, discard the top minor power. If it is slow, remove 1 blight. Invaders and Dahan have +1 health this turn. I think I'm going to choose option 1. So we're removing 1 beast, add 1 disease. I will add the disease. We don't want to add the disease. I'll add it in there. And then discard the top minor power. If it is fast, add 1 blight. So it is slow, so we don't add a blight. That was lucky. And then invaders and Dahan have -1 health, minimum 1 this turn. And then on each board with 4 or more town cities, so we do not have 4 or more town cities, and we also have 4 or more Dahan, so that part doesn't apply. We go on then, we're ravaging in the wetlands, nothing there. They skip actions there because they have 3 explorers in there. It's getting a blight. And then we still healthy for now. So immediately, if the terror level is 1, 2, 3, it's currently 1. Add 1, 1.5, or 2 fear markers per player to the fear pool. Round down at terror level 2. So we're adding 1 fear marker. Let me find fear. So we add 1 fear to the fear pool. It is a two blight per player card though. So I think I might actually choose a different one because it's a solo game. So it's 3 per player here. Each sphere adds 1 presence to a land with their presence on each board. Add 1 to hand to a land with the hand, and 2 cities to the land with the fewest towns, cities, minimum 1. Okay, so we add 1 presence. I think I will add that from my energy track to a land with our presence. I'll add it in there, and then on each board add 1 to hand to a land with the hand. I'll add that in there. Yeah, let's add it in there. And 2 cities to the land with the fewest towns, cities, minimum 1. So that's that land. And it's 3 per player. So that's the end of the ravage step. We're building in the coastal land, so this gets a town, this gets a town, and there's no build there. And we're exploring into the sands. So first of all we do the escalation, which is add 2 explorers to a land with beasts. So I'll add that in there. And then the sands are getting 1 and 1. And that is the end of the invader stage. The invader cards advance. We have no stow powers, unfortunately, so we will discard those. We will remove that token, and we go on then to the next turn. And for this turn, I think I'm going to reclaim Winds of Rust and Atrophy using that, and then for my growth action, I think I'm going to choose growth option 3. I'm going to place this in land number 2, and I'm going to prepare an air marker. And so we get 5 energy from the energy track. So 3, 4, 5. I'm going to play Winds of Rust and Atrophy, paying 3, and Share Secrets of Survival. I'm going to target Share Secrets of Survival on land number 2 or land number 1. So we'll put a reminder there that the hand will not be destroyed. So that's that. Winds of Rust and Atrophy, I'm going to target on land number 2, doing 1 fear, generates a fear card, and defending for 6. There we go. Replace 1 town with 1 explorer, and then I also have 1, 2, 3 air. Perhaps it would have been better actually to I'm going to, instead of preparing that air marker for there, I'm going to prepare a moon. Yeah, let's do that. So I have 3 air, 3 water, and 2 animals. So I get to repeat that. So I'm going to repeat it, and it's on the same land, defending for 12. So 12 there. That is the end of the fast power phase. And so we go on then to the invader phase, and the event card is We Are Blighted Island. So spirits are losing awareness and control of pieces of themselves. Each spirit chooses destroy 2 presence, adding 1 wiles in each place, in place of each, or add 1 of your destroyed presence to 1 of your lands. Next turn, all your powers are slow and cannot be made fast. That is not going to work, so I will destroy 2 presence and add 1 in place of each. 1 wilds in place of each, so we'll destroy those 2. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. So we could, I think we want to probably destroy at least that one, which will push it in there and generate 1 fear. And then I think I will I'll destroy another, this beast will destroy 1 and push it back in there, generating another fear. And then during Ravage, the hand deal damage at the same time as invaders. That's pretty good for us, so that's a reminder. 1 fear card at terror level 2. Town cities each deal -1 damage during Ravage. Invaders do not heal damage at the end of this turn. Okay. So we go on then to the Ravage step. There are town cities actually dealing ravage or damage. So we have that Dahan is protected, and so this is going to deal 3 damage in total, but -1 for the town, so 2 damage in total. Or sorry, still 3 actually, because this is doing 2 damage. So Dahan deal damage at the same time as invaders. So, but that's protected anyway. So this deals 2 damage to take out the town, generating another fear. This is protected 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's defended for 12. This is getting a blight. Oh, sorry, land number 1 should have got a blight. And this is also getting a blight. This is doing 4 damage. And the Dahan, 2 Dahan are destroyed. This pushes 1. Retaliation pushes 1 in there, generating another fear and a fear card. And then this is destroyed, and 2 Dahan are gone. And that is the end of the Ravage. And we go on then to the build. This is getting a city. This is getting a town. And we're exploring into the jungle. So first of all, we put 2 explorers in lands with beasts. We'll put them in there. Jungle and jungle. And the invader cards advance. We go on then to the slow power phase. There are no slow powers. So we discard those. We remove the reminder token and the defense. And move on then to the next turn. And I think for this turn we choose growth 1. We place this presence in there. I think we're going to lose this. We only have 1 blight left. So I think for this turn we will get, I'll choose a moon for this element, and because I want to play Sleep and Never Waken and Winds of Rust and Atrophy. And so I think I'll get 6 energy first of all off the presence track. And then we'll pay for those 3 and 3. I'll probably want to get, I'll have 3 moon, 2 air, 2 beast. I don't have, I think I'll use an air for there. And then we have 1, because we have 1 moon, we can prepare an element marker. I'll prepare a water element. And yeah, that is going to be the growth phase. So I'll use Sleep and Never Waken to target that land. So invaders are going to skip all actions there. We will do 1 fear per 2. This removes, so we can remove 2. That's another fear. We have 3 moon, 2 air and 2 beasts, so we can remove 6 explorers from among our lands. So I think I'll remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's another 3 fear and a fear card. Winds of Rust and Atrophy, we will target there. So 1 fear, defend 6. There. Replace 1 city with 1 town, or 1 town with an explorer. Replace him with an explorer. The problem is if we had another water, we would be able to repeat that on that land, but as it is, we're going to need some luck with the fear cards to be able to survive this, because that's going to ravage because it has 3 explorers. So yeah, that's the end of the fast power phase, unless we do have this defend 3. So using the earth token that we have here and the 1 air, we have a defend 3. So we will hope against all hope that this land can be protected. It's 1 away from where I have presence. So let's hope. The next event card then is on each board add 1 blight to a land with blight, but do not cascade. Spirits may prevent this by destroying 1 presence. So I will destroy a presence there. Ignore disease during builds this invader phase. 1 fear per board with disease. We don't have any disease. When invaders ravage, if the land has the hand, defend for 2. So that's not going to help. So now we have 2 fear cards at terror level 2. Each player removes 1 explorer town with, or replaces 1 explorer town with 1 Dahan in a land with 2 or more Dahan. So that's not good. And then each player may gather 1 explorer town into a coastal land, defend 2 in all coastal lands. Darn. We needed something more. So this is ravaging, it's defended, this is ravaging, they skip it because this is 3, this is the last blight. So yeah, that's the game. 2, 4, 6 against a defend of 3. Darn. Okay. That was unfortunate. I mean, if we had 1 more water, we could have defended that land. So yeah, that's the game, unfortunately. I'd be interested to hear anyone's thoughts on this. Leave them in the comment section below. It'd be much appreciated. I'm not really sure how I could have played that differently. I'm sure there's something I could have done differently. So it would be good to hear anyone's thoughts on it. But yeah, it's a tough adversary. Yeah, I guess it depends on what majors you draw early as well. Like if this was a fast power with that doing some damage, maybe it would have been different. And yeah, that's the game. Thanks for joining. Let me know what you think. Thank you.